Do you think it's fair that you have to have a weight standard and a beauty standard?
No, I don't think it's fair.
Well, then guess what? Buy a dog. But the reality is, if you look at men who are successful, wealthy, well off, look at what they pick.
It is actually wild that women feel entitled to judge a man on his height, but God forbid we judge them on their weight, which is a choice we're called misogynists.
Hello? Yes. Yeah.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, so my question is, like, how important
Is the weight component as far as being high value?
The weight?
Yeah.
For a lot of people,
For
pretty big.
example, if you,
A woman's weight?
yeah. Yeah, like for example, if you have other qualities.
Well, let me ask you this. How old are you?
I'm 24.
24. All right. How important is the money component for a man?
It's important.
How important?
Like very important.
If you had to rank it how high up would it be?
Number one.
That's where the weight is.
Okay. I just noticed that when you talk about the weight, you don't have like a range for the weight, but like
Yeah, I
a
do.
healthy weight
Yeah, I do.
is
Yeah,
a range.
yeah, I have a range. It's something and below, because I'm talking about the kind of men women say they want. Don't deal with overweight women.
That's true, though.
Okay. But specifically, I was referring to the
Being overweight, to me, signals laziness because it means you're not out there getting it.
caller that called before who was 5'7" and 150 something pounds.
You need to be under 145 pounds as a woman, regardless as to your height. 140, 145 pounds. Is that you, or do you weigh more than that?
No, that's me.
Huh?
But I'm short. I'm in that range, but I'm short.
Okay. So if you're in your range, why are you concerned about other women's range? I'm curious.
Oh, because you always say that, well, I'm 5'4", and you always say that,
So
like,
you're like a
at my
blueberry then.
height, you should be 120.
Yep.
But I'm over this amount. I'm 140,
Okay.
but I think I still look good.
You can think. Okay. What is your
I
husband?
think that.
I'm not married.
All right.
Ah.
See, one thing
You know, you're 20 pounds overweight, but that is honestly 2 months of diet and exercise away from losing weight. If you take it seriously, you could drop that 20 pounds in 2 months. I've lost 30 pounds in 3 months multiple times throughout my life when I gain weight, which I have now, and I would do more if I didn't have a busted foot. And you can drop weight really fast. It just takes discipline, which shows that you're not lazy.
lady's gonna have to get your mind around is you want men to earn, but you want it to be flexible on your beauty and your weight. It's not. And I get dinged for saying it. Oh, and I hear people pulling out, well, this Serena Williams. Look, man. The smaller the woman, the bigger the ring. And
I don't think.
okay,
Sorry, not to cut you off.
But see, I get it. You don't have to like it, and you don't have to, whatever you think, ma'am. I put it to you this way: the guys I know, my clients, the men at this level, this is what they're saying too. This is what they marry, and why is it that you want to go back and forth about a pound or two here? Why don't you just get in the gym and lose the weight and give men what they say they want? If you
It's
want a
not
man
that
at that
easy.
level. Huh?
It is pretty easy though. You just go to the gym and get started, and you start eating less, and you build some discipline in your mind. All you ladies, you want a man so bad. You want a rich man who's going to take care of you, but you don't want to put in the work to acquire the rich man.
It's not that simple.
Well, guess what? Would you like to marry a man that's earning $300,000 or more so you don't have to work and have kids and work from home?
Yeah, I think everybody will like that.
Well, guess what, ma'am? How easy do you think that is? I guarantee. Let me tell you something else, young lady. Men at that level would gladly switch places with you and simply lose weight and be fit and attractive and easy to get along with versus having to get out there and fight with the sharks. This is entitlement. It's not easy. So that's why the women that do it can get it. I mean, do you understand? I'm trying to be reasonable, but do you understand what you're saying? It's not easy. So
Life isn't easy.
push away from the table, exercise, or marry a man that you know. Well, these are your options. And what do you ladies think about what I just said? Because I want to have you ladies talk about this stuff too, and ask the questions that you guys want to ask. And I'll be willing to ask. Jordan, you can unmute, and Emma, you can unmute.
Okay.
What do you think about what she was saying?
About
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I have heard women say, you know, the weight requirement is restrictive, and pretty much it's not fair. It's not easy. Go ahead.
I think, well, and I'm 20, so it might be, my advice might be taken seriously, but I think you should want to do it for yourself, because so many diseases just come from like being overweight alone.
Yep. Health problems.
So I personally think it's just about like taking care of your own body. That's just me. I like to eat healthy. I like to exercise because it makes me feel good, but it doesn't hurt that it also, helps men too. So that's my opinion on it.
Rich men want an attractive woman, although we do see lots of wealthy men with some ugly, fake AF biatches, but most of them want a skinny, pretty girl. You guys remember that video I did, which had the scene where in the prenup, for every 10 pounds she gained throughout the month or throughout their marriage, she'd lose like $10,000 of the alimony. And everyone was mad about that. But I mean, if you become less attractive, why would he want to pay you more after marriage if you divorce?
Godiva?
I definitely agree with what she was saying. I think that was Jordan. I definitely agree with what she's saying. Honestly, treating yourself well and just going the extra step. Like once you start getting into a whole routine of working out and everything like that, it just changes your outlook on so many other things. And I feel like anytime when I'm eating like really bad food, that's when I'm like not my full potential. So I can't.
Okay.
Eating badly makes you make bad decisions. Try just 3 days of eating healthy, picking vegetables over snacks and fruits and stuff. You will notice that your decision making in general gets better.
Okay, but I have. I think you said you're like 157, and the other young lady said she was like 140. And the thing is, even if you look back in the 70s, you're all too young, but go back and look at an actress called Pam Grier. She was a dress size 8, and she was hella voluptuous. People talk about Thelma on Good Times. She was a dress size 6 or 4 or 6. You ladies gonna have to get the fact that if okay, just like I said, money or income is tops for you because you want a man who's earning enough money to where you have the ability to work or not work and all these other kind of things. Well, if you're not, you aren't going to budge off that, or that's important to you. What I'm really hearing from you ladies is you don't really feel like you should have to give a man what they want. It comes across as entitlement in the sense that women tell men what they think they deserve by their attitude and their appearance.
I can stand to lose some weight. I've been trying to work out, so I can't really say that this is just my own personal journey that I wanted to lose a little bit more. So I can't
You wanted to weigh more?
No, I wanted to lose a little bit more weight, but I am a little bit curvier. So I just thought that it wasn't that bad, but.
Yeah. Here's the thing. You got to look at what men pick. See, go look at men who are successful or with money and look at their wives. And you can't look at wives they get when they were in their early 20s and they go through. Look at a second wife.
Yeah.
How often do you see second wives who are overweight? Second
Unless
wives
it's
are
a fat
usually
guy, not
young,
usually.
hot, right? Yes.
No, you're absolutely right. I know men are very visual, so
Well, yeah, and that's our prerogative. See, the thing is, there was a time when you ladies used to accept it and say, "Well, shit, if I want that kind of a man, I got to do it." Now it's almost like, well, I think I'm fine. All right, but you're not. But you're not getting. But it's not getting you the outcome, meaning a relationship or a husband. It's not getting you what you want.
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and unmute. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
So not to discredit anything that you're saying, but what do you think about the studies that have been done that has shown that men actually prefer curvier women as
Well,
opposed to
There's curvy and then there's just big. If you are thick and you don't have flabs hanging everywhere and you're curvy like that and you're not like overweight, that is one thing. If you're saying you're curvy as an excuse for being fat and you've got rolls hanging everywhere, that is not curvy. That is not what the men want. They would take the like thick girl whose skin is all in one place and not hanging everywhere versus the lady who's got like 3 fupas.
you?
You can't discredit what I'm saying because my clients are the ones who get to pick. You can find a study that will substantiate your point of view all day long. But the reality is, if you look at men who are successful, wealthy, well off, look at what they pick. And see, my problem with what you're saying is you're still going to what, but it shouldn't be that way. Honestly, let me ask you, do you think it's fair that you have to have a weight standard and a beauty standard?
No, I don't think it's fair.
Well, then guess what? Buy a dog. Because that is an incredibly entitled position. You think someone should have
Especially like when women are out there being like having preferences like, oh, I want a man who's 6'2". He better have abs, he better be skinny, wealthy. You've got all these expectations of what you want, but it's unfair that men have an expectation that we're on what planet. Does that make sense, guys?
to get out and go conquer the world, sit you down so you never have to work, and all you got to do is be a certain maintain to be a beautiful wife for him.
And get ugly when you get old.
Well, I mean, you don't have. Here's the beautiful thing: you don't have to. You don't have to do anything. But what do you think the likelihood you're going to get a man, the kind of man you say you want?
Probably not very likely.
Okay, and then if that's the case, and we plan out life all the way, and you die alone, or you live unhappy because you had to settle for something you didn't want, you can't blame men. Because you will say at 24 years old, I had a conversation with a guy and he tried to tell me, but I was too stubborn, too entitled to do what was necessary to get what I wanted, and I got what I got.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what men see. It'd be no different than if I said, "Hey, man, you want to date a dime, you want an Instagram model, you want a baddie, right? Great, but all you want to do is work second shift at Walmart, and you want to live in a Cracker Jack's apartment driving a beat up truck." You would say, "Well, yeah, he doesn't deserve that. He wouldn't deserve a baddie, right?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
or would
that's
he?
correct.
Well, so what you're showing is that women who share your opinion are of no value to successful, high-value men.
Mm-hmm.
And all ladies need to ask, what do men want? Joanne, go ahead. Joanne, go ahead.
Yeah. So I agree with both of you guys. I think for the weight, it depends on your body fat percentage and your composition. So like sometimes like if you're like more busty.
Well, it does, but that's why the dress size is always there. I mean, there's nothing that says 120 pounds. It's a dress size, roughly a dress size 2 or 4. Growing up to a 6. Being larger than a 6, if you're extremely busty, then stuff off the rack isn't made for you. But the ultimate point is less. Don't go up. Don't go up. Go down. Because you don't want a man to go down in income. You want him to go up.
Yeah, I agree. I just feel like it's how you look overall.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a trade-off. Income go up, weight go down.
you look like, slim and nice, then.
So why is it that you ladies, because I think, you're being honest, and women do feel like it's unfair that they have to maintain a weight and a beauty standard. Where did that come? Where does that come from?
Am I on mute?
Huh?
Oh, I'm not on mute. Am I? No.
Nobody's on mute.
Oh, okay. I think my opinions are kind of unpopular because I am in the danger zone. I do think that it's just the double standard that we both have to it's like a social contract, So we expect men to have money, so men expect the women to be beautiful. So I understand it. It's an unwritten rule, so I accept it.
I don't necessarily think it's a double standard. It's just a standard. Mm-hmm. I think it's what men should get for making themselves special.
No, because I know a lot of women will complain. Well, if a guy's as big as me, like, what's the issue? And I'm saying basically, well,
if a guy, what do you say? If a guy is as big as you, then what?
No, so I'm saying like a lot of women will be like, well, why is it that fat men are always like they're looked at as sex symbols, but like a fat woman isn't? And
because he's not fat and broke.
No, that's exactly what I'm agreeing with you.
Because he's not fat and broke. Because fat broke men are not looked at as sex symbols.
Exactly.